And I realized, now as an adult that I learned in that moment as a kid, nothing is what it seems. And I also don't drink Coke till this day because of it. Every time I see a Coke can, I think it's full of spit. Yup, I drank my uncle's spit.
Downed it too, bruh.
Built by the rested, you can't tell me nothing. Built by adversity, led by courage. Everybody doubted me, now everybody proud of me. I swear to God, I'm gonna be everything.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Welcome back, welcome back.
It's your favorite podcast. The boys, Michael Oakley, Ronnie Leduff,
Yes, sir.
Built by the Red Stick.
The boys are back in town.
Boys are back in town.
Bruh, I got this stupid song stuck in my head.
Which one?
LeBron James. LeBron.
heard
You
that
hadn't
one.
heard it?
Uh-uh.
Dude, it is viral on TikTok right now.
Dude, I'm on TikTok.
I don't know how you ain't
I
seen
ain't
that.
seen it.
LeBron James.
It's your favorite podcast. Built by the Red Stick.
Who
You
we
can't
brought
tell
by?
us nothing.
Who we brought by? Who are we brought to them by? Who are we?
We're brought? Built-
God, wake up!
Hold on. I got a rant.
All right.
Got a fucking rant.
All right.
Presented by Elevate Treatment and Legacy Center. Come to you every Friday. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. And look, I've gone on this tangent
Here we go.
about, like being open-minded and like being able to accept things and all of this stuff. There's one thing I'd like to say fuck you to.
All right. I knew it was about me the way you looked at me.
No,
All
it
right.
ain't about you.
Oh,
it ain't
what?
about you.
What I did.
Fuck you, time change.
Oh, bro, I didn't know. I didn't even know.
Fuck you.
Bruh, I didn't even know, bruh.
Fuck you.
Dude, I got up yesterday and I had to go to New Orleans. So I'm looking at not my phone time, but like the time around me. So I'm like, I'm straight. Play a couple games real quick. So I'm thinking I'm leaving the house at like 12. I was 12:30. I was really leaving the house at 1:30.
Yeah.
Didn't even know it.
Yeah, fuck you, time change.
Yep. You gonna shake back though.
I was up so late because
I struggled to fall asleep last night too. I did. My mind was all over the place.
I'm sick of this shit.
I'm sick of it too. I'm sick and tired of not having 2,000 subscribers yet on YouTube.
Woo!
I was up all night
Tell
just
it.
thinking of ways that we could so elegantly tell the folks like how much the support and future support means to us and to the world. The world needs to see us.
World. Hold on. What song was it that made me? We are.
The world. We are the podcast. We are the ones to make a brighter day. So let's start subscribing.
That was good, bro. But fuck you, time change.
Yeah.
I'm standing on that business.
Stan.
Last week we talked about we're not gonna body shame fucking Tuesday no more,
We need time to stay the same.
and we need time to say the
We
same.
need time to stay the same. Pick one.
Pick one.
I ain't
I
sure.
don't even
Wait, I
care.
thought they did away with that.
So did I, but
I-
no. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why.
I really thought it was over with, bro.
I don't. I know there was this big thing about it was the like 3 years ago it was gonna be the last one.
Yeah.
Or 4 years ago, and then it just never went into play, and I need it to go into play.
So and I could be wrong. I mean, we talked about it on a politically correct episode, like how like I'm so ignorant when it comes to politics. So I could be wrong, but didn't Biden put something in place in this last term that it was done?
Well, so that's why I was saying like 3 to 4 years. So I think that's what they did, and then I saw an interview given by Trump, and they talked about time change, and he alluded to the fact that it's like so 50-50 that it just like 50% of people are for it, 50% of people are against it, that it just doesn't seem, and it just didn't seem like a polarizing topic to really engage into right now. But I'm here to tell you, Barron, Barron's who watches
Barron
podcasts.
Davis?
No, Barron Trump.
Oh,
Barron is who got him on the Joe Rogan show and Theo Von because he watches podcasts. Because I know Barron watches. I hope he watches Built by the Red State.
Barron Trump, if you out there,
Tell your dad,
tell your dad.
fuck time change.
Yeah. So the moral of this story is some people don't change, but time do. Bruh.
It's very serendipitous. I said this word last time. Another
That was
episode.
like 4 episodes ago.
Yeah, you remember what it means?
No.
Coincidentally.
All right, there we go. Coincidentally,
Time change.
how you know I knew what it meant the way I looked at you?
Time changed on the release, or not on the day, but like 2 days after the release of the episode. Change starts with you. We did it.
Very serendipitous.
We changed
We
time.
changed the time. We did it.
We did it, mama.
Did it. We came. We saw. We conquered. Bro, what's been up with you? I'm about to put, because you be quick to put me on blast. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know that the time y'all see this is gonna be Friday. Last Friday, I called Mike at roughly 7:40 p.m. Do y'all know I haven't heard from Mike? No text back, no call back until now on Monday, which is a few days from when this is airing. This Monday, March 10th at 8:15 a.m. is when I finally heard from him.
You done?
Yeah.
Are you done?
Well, that hurt my feelings. That hurt my
I want you to
feelings.
keep going. I want you to get it out.
All right. And then, so I think that played into some of the functional depression that I'm battling right now. Because raw wave music is starting to sound real good to me right now. I've been raw wave real hard. And so it starts with you.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. I'm done now.
I'm going to shit on him.
Wait a minute.
Are you done?
Wait.
Are you done? You remember when Kevin Hart did the joke with the woman? She get all sideways. Are you done? I'm about to shit on you.
I got another part. Did I ever tell you how good purple look on you?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So,
You still gonna do it?
let me. This is my phone.
Shit. You got receipts? Oh, well, I'm sorry, Mama.
No,
I ain't cussing.
No.
Not cursing.
No. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I believe
7, 8.
I believe it.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So from Friday to this Monday, this morning, I have, might not sound like a lot to people, but for me it's a lot. 10 missed calls and 20 unread text messages.
That's a lot.
You want to know why?
You sick.
Nope.
What's wrong?
I went into a withdrawal state from my phone for a weekend.
He didn't tell me that. You could have told me that. I would have encouraged that. Because guess what? I too do a digital detox at night now, thanks to my trainer, Kayla, the trainer. So I get it. But you can't do that because that's not like you. So then when you do that, I worry.
Well,
Because that's not like you.
I know,
That was very out of your character.
but it felt good.
That's cool. You should have told me though.
Felt good.
Because then you what's the word I'm looking for? You felt good at my expense.
No,
You got comfortable making me
you got,
uncomfortable.
You got selfish at my health, at my self-care.
No, that's different because I know how you operate. We are creatures of habit, and you know I study you. And not in a weird way. I don't be judging me. I'm just saying that is not like you. Even if you don't answer, you would text and be like, hey, got something going on, I'll call you right back. Cool. Or you'll even answer the phone like, hey, I seen you call, I just wanted to answer. But nothing. So it went from, damn, I can't believe he ain't called me back to, I hope he all right, because that's not like him. You would have never did this in Black History Month. That's what you made me feel so special.
That was the point, though. That was the point. Is as I went from my digital detox. I like how you said that.
That's
the
what
digital
it's called in my
detox.
trainer's app.
It was a test. It was a test, and you failed the test
I did fail.
because some of those missed calls and text messages were from the same people being like, hey man, I called you. I only got one call, no text, no checkup. So it was a ploy to see who really fuck with me.
Nah, that you making it sound good. Nah, that ain't what it was. But I support that. That's awesome. Like we need to do that.
Yeah.
That was
Little
good.
digital
But it
detox.
makes sense because you ain't posted on TikTok.
Nope.
You ain't shared none of the stuff on Facebook,
Nope.
so it makes sense now. So let's talk about it. What
Digital
it is?
detox.
Digital detox. That's what we call it.
Little
That's what she called it, bro.
digital detox,
Digital
baby.
detox. I encourage, and my friends, and them make fun of me for doing it. But
Oh, don't make fun of him.
please don't make
Get
fun of
you
me.
on a
They be
digital
laughing at
detox.
me, man. A digital, it helps.
I don't believe Ronnie. I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there. So
serious.
suspect, Mike, I need y'all to tell me if y'all have ever seen Ronnie in a digital detox. Cause I don't believe it. Cause every time I see the dude, he on the phone. He probably gonna leave mid-episode for a phone call.
Oh, that's because I told you that it's gonna happen. God, they got your number too. They got your number. Y'all let him know how y'all made fun of me over my digital detox.
So when you say digital detox, does that mean you've done this like one time and so now it's a
no,
routine?
It's every day.
Oh, every day.
It's every day. It's a part of my.
Is it in your schedule?
Yeah,
It's in your schedule.
it's in my schedule.
So you do use a schedule.
I use a fitness app. I don't use a calendar. I need to use my calendar to plan accordingly. Look, that's every day. Things to do. You see the nutrition at the top, the third thing. Digital detox before bed.
How long do you go?
From 10 to whenever till I wake
Oh,
up.
see, I went on a 3-day
Yeah, that's
fast.
what I'm saying, but that's cool too.
I went on a 3-day fast.
The only thing about that is my job title. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about that. How I'm an employee, you're an employer.
Which means that I'm probably busier.
On the weekend, you employ people to do the things that I do. So you don't. I'm not saying you're not busy. I understand when you become an owner, your busyness looks different than regular people, right? You have more responsibility. You have more
Why
worry.
you say regular people like I ain't a regular person, bro?
I'm saying the title.
Look,
Title. I know you're a regular person. I'm just saying the title.
I'm just
right?
little old me, bro.
You little old you with a big old place. So,
Yeah, man.
so I'm just saying, like, it'll be hard for me to just be like, okay, I'm finna disconnect for 3 days from my phone, unless I tell my job, like, hey, I'm taking PTO, like when I go on this cruise for our honeymoon. That's gonna be 7 days of just
Digital
I don't know, I'm gonna
detox.
still talk to my dog.
Yeah,
My dog, but I
Yeah.
ain't gonna be able to like do what I do.
Yeah.
But nah, every night I detox, I disconnect from my phone
At 10 o'clock?
at 10 o'clock.
What time do you go to bed?
So here's the thing. I've been sucking lately. Like I'll just lay there and just be thinking, right? So like last night, I ain't fall asleep till probably like 3:30, or this morning to like 3:30, and was up at 6:30. But normally, like I try to get into bed.
Hey, can I see the
Wedding ring?
no,
Oh.
your screensaver on your phone? What is it? Oh, it's Sarai.
Yeah. Why?
Oh, you had told the people.
Next episode.
You had told the people. Now y'all feel how I feel.
I got it. I'm struggling. Telling you, bro. That's why I keep fidgeting, bro. I don't know what is that protein. Whew. All right, I'm about to start sweating. I did, bro. It's in my game room. Call Kayla. Let's call Kayla. Get it.
But did you finish it?
Yeah, it's finished.
It's finished.
Let's shoot a part 2 of this episode on. Nah, we're gonna be out of town Wednesday.
Yeah.
Thursday. Let's shoot episode Thursday if Ken okay with it.
No,
So we can
let's
produce it.
let's do it. Let's do it. TikTok.
Ah, that'll be dope. What we gonna do?
Your list.
Oh, I'm saying, but like we want to do it while we up there.
I mean, it'd have to be
Coming to
Wednesday.
my hotel again? What, bro? What happened?
You're so suspicious.
Dude,
Hey, y'all, Ronnie got a shit.
oh man, right now.
Ronnie got a shit.
Well, I've been doing this whole back on my health and nutrition, and man, look, that increased protein is not where it's at right now, bro.
So, how was your weekend?
Man, my weekend was what's the word that I'm looking for? Not chaotic. What's a word for like healthy busy? Like not chaotic.
Hectic?
Well, that still sounds negative to me. Not hectic. It was
Productive?
productive. There you go. See, that's this guy. It was productive, man. So Friday, what did I do Friday?
I went and played golf.
You went and played golf. I went to the office, but I did a bunch of stuff Friday. Got my hair cut, of course. I had something else I did Friday. I can't remember. But it started that Thursday, actually. My bro, O and his wife, they getting not remarried, but like
Renewing their vows.
Renewing their vows, right?
Shout out O and his
Shout out
wife.
O and Miss Doris, man.
Miss Doris.
They
True
do
love,
it.
baby.
They don't do nothing halfway. Man, so we went to this place called The District in Ponchatoula.
Y'all can reach me at Michael Axelrod Oakley for my invite.
Hey man, I wasn't gonna say it. He said it. Hey, he gonna see this too.
I know,
promise
I
you
know.
he gonna see it.
I'm just
I
playing.
promise you he gonna see this. But so we went to a place called The District. Baby girl's sick, so she couldn't go. But when I say baby girl, this time I'm talking about Kayla. It was beautiful, bro. Great food, great vibes. They rented out like the whole other side of the place, so we had like our own private room.
Hell yeah.
Super cool, man. And then that was Thursday, Friday. I did a bunch of running around, got my hair cut. Oh, then went to New Rose, got Jaden. And then Saturday, Kane had a basketball game. I had a shoe release. Elijah had a track meet. And we went out to eat as a family. So we had everybody except our oldest baby, Naya.
Okay.
Sunday, I went to New Orleans, had to get more shoes, and then brought Jaden back home to New Roads. Yep.
Man, not to have a squirrel moment, but a full-on squirrel moment.
Squirrel.
Me and you orchestrated a big episode in June.
You gonna tell the people now?
No, I'm not gonna
gonna
tell
tell
him.
him?
I'm not gonna tell him.
Man, look,
But we
super excited.
We're making moves. We got
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I gotta give you credit. That one was all you.
Yeah.
You pulled that off.
Yeah.
You pulled that off. You did your due diligence.
Yeah.
Well, now I ain't gonna say you. I can't even say you did your ditty. You did your ditty on that one.
I don't know what that means.
I mean, you did your thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you did your thing.
And I know we're coming on 3 right now of just us. We have a guest, and he is super busy, which means that he's super big time. We are diligently working. We had schedules and everything are in play. It's like we've talked about before. There's a lot that goes into recording these episodes and putting out this weekly content. And especially when we talk about bringing guests on. We are a small podcast right now.
Yeah.
We need y'all to blow it up.
Yeah.
But so all of our guests do it out of the goodness of their heart, right?
Yeah.
We're not paying guests to come on
That's real.
and talk with us. And so we have to make sure schedules align with themselves.
Be convenient
But
for 'em,
I think next week's knock on wood.
Yeah, because it was me. It was my fault this week.
And your fault.
The getting sick.
Yeah.
The time I was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was my fault. I got sick.
Yeah, and then so there's
That darn immune system.
but I know we came out swinging in the beginning of the year with some guests.
We did.
We still got a lot of episodes left, man. We
Yeah,
still
we
got a
do.
lot of episodes left. And shout out to y'all who keep subscribing, man. I was reviewing our
Analytics.
no, not even our analytics. I was just reviewing our growth, right? Like this weekend I was on my TV. So it wasn't a full digital detox. It was just cell phone detox.
It starts with something.
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah.
But I was going through our channel and I was watching old episodes and new episodes and seeing our growth, seeing all the views grow and all of that stuff, man. And but we started off strong. Been just us, little dynamic duo. Your favorite duo since Jordan and Kerr.
Yes, Lord.
But we've got some emails. Well, he don't like when I say emails. He makes
Old
it think
people
of
stuff,
sound.
yeah.
We have some inquiries.
Yeah.
We have some DMs sent out to some people that we're hoping they check soon and we can get them on the pod.
Yep.
We've got a big stepper from what is it, like West Louisiana? What was it?
Alexandria?
Yeah, it was like
That's Central Louisiana.
Central Louisiana.
Central Louisiana.
We got working on that. Like I said, we've got a real good episode planned for y'all in June.
Yeah, that's major.
Man, we are almost. It is flying by.
Yeah.
We're almost at 50 episodes.
This what, episode 36?
36, I believe.
36. This one's special. And guess what else, bro?
What?
I was going to wait, but I'm going to do it now. It just hit my heart. So when this episode airs, the day after that, March 15th, my baby Sarah be 3 years old.
3 years old.
Baby going to be 3. Y'all want to see my baby? Hold on, let's see.
Nope.
Oh, it can't? Oh, all right. That's right. Weirdos. No, I'm joking. My baby going to be 3 years old.
Wow.
3, bruh. 3.
Wow.
So I know I've told this story before, and I'm gonna just tell it right now again in honor of my baby's third birthday. So the reason why Sarai, so all of my kids are special. I'm not saying Sarai is more special than any of the other ones. It's just they all special in their own way.
They all have a unique.
They all have
a unique place in your heart.
They all have their unique place in their heart, in my heart. So with my other 3 biological kids, fortunate enough, Lee and Elijah, my babies now, but I married their mom. They didn't have to see that side of me in addiction or have the separation or the absent father thing, right? So my other 3, they were affected with that, and so when I got sober, and me and Kayla started getting more serious and picking up steam, and I realized that okay, like I could build a life with this woman. I was like, I'm ready to have a sober baby, right? And what I meant by sober baby is have a baby that I'm there for from the beginning and help raise and have a part of that life and the character building in that kid. And so when we got pregnant the first time, we miscarried. And so I took that hard, because of I'm almost 2 years sober now. I'm ready to have a kid. I'm ready to be a part of their life, and then it was stripped from me. That's how I felt. And so, of course, we waited a while until Kayla was mentally ready because I couldn't be selfish and be like, no, we finna go again right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to wait for her to get ready for that. And so once she became mentally and physically ready for that, we tried again. And so we had Sarai. So she has been that thing, since the beginning.
What do they call the baby after a miscarriage?
Rainbow
baby.
Yeah, she was our rainbow baby. And so above her bed, we had the rainbow stuff, and then I think it was a saying that for this baby we prayed or something like that. We still have it actually. I just can't remember what it say. And so I've been able to be with her from the beginning. Like she didn't have to deal with daddy in jail or being homeless or sleeping behind dumpsters or in rehab. When she come home, she expect daddy to be there and he gonna be there.
Yeah.
So that's the special place, that Sarai have. And my baby finna be 3.
And I feel that because we're friends on the Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook. So if you follow me on Facebook. On March 1st, when I made 9 years, it's also my oldest son's birthday, 9 years. And so I had posted a picture of him saying, happy birthday, son, blah, blah, blah. And then in a tag, I put the picture of me before my addiction.
Seen it.
And I said, my greatest gift to you is that you hopefully never have to meet this man.
Yep. That was so dope. And then you was like 9. If you know, you know. I said, look at my dog, real big speaker. You know what I'm saying? So happy birthday. Happy belated birthday to Grayson again.
Yep.
G-Money.
Sarai,
Happy 9 to you
3.
again. 3. And Sarai will be 3.
Good old March, baby.
Happy birthday to you. Oh.
March, huh?
March.
March, a good month.
March a great month, man. March is also March. Spring, I think, or something else in March. Spring.
So with her turning 3,
Yup. Get ready for a birthday party.
how do you feel the last 3 years have molded you with being a father in sobriety and fully present, and from changing diapers and waking up in the middle of the night to watching her grow, to watching her speak, to playing games with her? Like, how do you think that has molded you as a man?
So the first thing is it has given me an unbelievable higher level of respect and understanding for the parents before me and the parents like you that's doing it now, right? Because it's easy to say I have kids, but it's not easy to say I'm present for my kids. Man, it is a lot that go in, and then the older one's not so bad. They just doing a lot, so they busy. You know, you ripping and running. But with Sarai, bro, you have to have patience. You have to have understanding. You have to be able to understand that, like, the way you dealt with her today, like, you can't deal with her like that tomorrow or the day before or the day, or the day after or whatever. And so just that, it has given me an unbelievable respect of the single mothers, the single fathers, or the parents that's just parenting all together. It made me have a even more unbelievable respect for my parents as well, dealing with us.
You talking about the respect? I'll tell y'all a funny story. So when Kayla got pregnant for Sarai, Ronnie was working at Elevate, and so Sarai came. She was born, and Sarai is a year and 2 months.
Something like,
give or take.
Yeah, something like that with Moj.
With Moj, my youngest.
Yeah. When his birthday?
January.
January, yeah. So a year and 3 months or something like that. Yeah.
Older. And so Ronnie was working for me, and he'd call or he'd show up to the office, and he would be dog tired, y'all. I mean, beat to hell and back, bro. So he come, bro. Sarai gave it to me last night, Mike. She gets, bruh. And I'd always, man, toughen up, bro. Stop being a baby, man. Take care of your shit, bro. Stop, man. Stop. Fast forward. So I've had Moj. I have shared custody with Moj. And I've been a single father to him since he was 3 months old.
I was about to say 4 or 5 months.
3 months old. And his mom's great. Like, there's no animosity there.
Yeah.
Like it's not like we share custody. We
Right.
have 50-50. But as a male, by yourself, there's no, like, when he starts whining in the middle of the night, because you're at 3-4 months, you're still feeding him multiple times a night.
Mm-hmm.
There's no, like, oh, I'm tired this time, you get up and take care of him. Or diaper. And, bro, I would come to work, and Ronnie would just be like, uh-huh.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
That was probably my best moment in sobriety, bro. All kids aside, bro, was getting to see you put your foot in your mouth and tell me, bro, I'm sorry for
I'm
everything
sorry,
I
bro.
told you.
I'm sorry. Oh.
Welcome to Elevate, a place for people like you, built by people just like you.
We're committed to helping all elevate from the destruction of addiction.
I hope I would give somebody who's either new in recovery or that's currently struggling with addiction is today can be the last day. That you struggle the last day, that you wonder how you're gonna have to chase down that drink, that fix, whatever the case may be for you.
At Elevate, we embody more than treatment. It's about passion, love, understanding, truly being your partner on your path to recovery.
Our staff treats substance abuse and co-occurring mental health disorders with a multidisciplinary approach to best fit our clients' needs. We all just embrace each other. We genuinely care, check up on each other, and it's not an act. You matter. You're more than what you've allowed yourself to assume you were.
When perseverance, hard work, and dedication meets, success happens.
At Elevate, we have a variety of programs to fit our clients' personal needs, such as intensive outpatient, and the aftercare program.
If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, give us a call. Elevate. Do more than recover. Leave a legacy.
And bro, here's the thing though. See, you had it worse than me though, because I had Kayla. Bro, when I tell you when that woman was on it, was on it. But I wouldn't sleep just because
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm getting up too, and I'm trying to learn because even though I had 3 kids prior to that, this really my first time. Like I'm not changing diapers and fixing bottles and I'm new.
And you talk about the learning, the respect aspect of stuff like, so G Money, as I've alluded to, is 9 years old.
Right.
His birthday is March 1st, 2016.
Yeah.
My sobriety date is March 1st, 2016. And so I was in treatment when Moj was born. I've shared in the Shake episode. I kind of shared what happened and all of that stuff. And I'm not going to revisit it because it gets me a little emotional and stuff. But for the first year of G Money's life, I lived in sober living because I had to build a foundation on which I can support myself and my son. So that first year, those early nights, those late nights of feeding throughout, my mom and dad had G Money,
right,
and they took care of that, right, as grandparents,
right,
at 50 plus years old,
That's how
know.
My parents had to do it. My
and so when I had Moj, like you said, man, you have these special bonds with all of them, right? And so Grayson G Money is he's my first, right? He was a motivating factor for me to get my life together. Moj was my first infant, you know what I mean? Infant, where I had never really, I had held G Money when he was a baby, and I'd fed him and stuff, but
that nurturing and care,
that that keeping them alive for the first, they're not they're not walking,
yeah.
they're not they don't do nothing. All they do is shit, eat, and sleep.
Yep.
And you're responsible for making sure they stay alive.
And you on their schedule.
Yeah.
If they sleep 2 hours a day, you sleep an hour and a half.
Yeah.
You up trying to prep stuff for when they get up.
Yeah. And so those memories and those things while they were tough are forever impacting, which is why I bring it back to the question. So I understand the importance, and so what are some of the other things that you found over the last 3 years that having this child and being present father has molded you into? Because I say that because 5 years, almost 6 years.
Almost 6.
Almost 6 years we have had, and I say 6 years we've known each other. Almost 5 and some change we have developed a relationship, right. And for sure 4 years we know each other.
Yeah.
Like you said, I know something's up with Mike's not.
Yeah.
I know when Ronnie's stressed to the max. Mm-hmm. I know all the we know each other, and so I know Ronnie sober before Sarai, which isn't to say that you weren't a good person. It's just to say that you were a different person.
I was a very
the
different
same,
person.
the same as me, right? Like
Right.
the Michael that from the days at the other facility that we worked at, or that I worked at, and you went through, and then started working. Like, I was different. The early days of Elevate, like, we were different. Like, as we matured and gone through life and faced adversity, we've grown.
Right.
And so the man that they get to see here, who speaks so elegantly about the love he has for Sarai, has always had that love for his kids, but like, Sarai has changed you. It's
Yeah,
molded you.
I
It's
understand the
it's
love.
elevated you.
Yes, Lord. I see that. Good tag.
Yeah.
To you. So the main thing, to answer your question, that's a great question too, by the way. The main thing that Sarai has taught me and has allowed me to open up for my other kids is my unselfishness and my decision making. Right? Because you alluded to the sober me, I was a good person, but my thought process was way, way different. Right? Like whenever you gave me the opportunity to when you gave me the opportunity in my first opportunity in treatment, I was okay with being a tech. And you always fussed at me about that, being content, being complacent. Not saying it was a bad thing,
No.
but like I was just happy to be sober and be gainfully employed and be making the little dollars that I was making. Not saying it was about money, but like once I had Sarai and at that time I'm still trying to build I ain't gonna say build a new relationship while repairing the old one with my current kid, with my older kids. And so what it has allowed me to do was, like you say, elevate my thinking and always look for more, because I understand if I better myself, it's gonna better my kids, right? And they don't have to have a less childhood than I had, right? Because I speak about it all the time. My childhood was perfect. Like my parents, and I get to see that now dealing with my kids, that, man, my childhood was perfect. Like I didn't have to go through the stuff that my kids went through, when they was younger. And so now I try to make sure I put myself in a position to where they could have a childhood that's at least like mine, and if not better, because I'm always striving for the best. So mainly it's just taking myself out of self and just knowing that, like, every decision that I make, it has to be for the betterment of my kids, right? Which is why I don't go partying, or which is why I don't go clubbing. Not because I'm afraid that I'm a use or I'm a drink or relapse or whatever, but it's like, how is that going to benefit my kids if I'm spending 2 or 3 hours here? I could be spending those 2 or 3 hours working on a new episode of the podcast, or getting a new guest, or connecting with fans and growing the platform, because I know once this grow, it's gonna grow for my kids. So it's really just my thinking is the main thing.
Which is cool, like, to think about, is that, like, we come on here and we post an episode every week, right? Every week, without a beat, man. We don't miss. And it's on the internet. It is stored forever on the internet.
It ain't going away.
And so, like, I can't wait to, like, as a self perspective look. That's why I did it this weekend. Look back and see our growth over it, but also our kids eventually will be able to watch the episodes and see our growth and see us, and and it's another important aspect that we touch on, like, very often, is that you're looking at people who have been in sobriety, right? They have been in a mindset of changing their life, right? 9 years, 6 years. And we talk about the things that we have changed in that sobriety. Because I think so many people get lost in this fact that, I see it happen all the time. So many people get lost in this fact that they get sober, and then a year later, everything's not where they want it to be,
Right.
and they get frustrated. And I'm not telling you not to get frustrated, and I'm not saying that you can't want for more, but remember where we were, right? And understand that it's a lifetime journey. And I was talking to my trainer, man, it might have been a week ago or 2 weeks ago or whatnot. And we were just talking, and I was telling him like like so many people, and I see it so often, and I've been a victim of it multiple times, that sometimes we're so focused on the end goal that we forget to enjoy the journey. And that is like the perfect epitome, not only to a goal, but to life. Right? Like so often you're so worried about getting to retirement or just making it through day to day that you forget to enjoy this one journey of life that we have. Right? And I'm very fortunate to have had the ability to live two separate lives. All right? Like I had my addiction, and I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that there wasn't fun moments in that, right? Like, like it wasn't that the bad definitely outweighed the good, but there were moments in there. There were there were stories, there were experiences. But when I was on those substances, it was always about the end goal of getting my mind erased, right? Like getting to that level of just lit like a Christmas tree. And that was always the end goal. And so sometimes I missed out on the journey of life, of the journey of exploration. And early in sobriety, I talk about it multiple times. My first year of sobriety was built around making it to a year sober and having these goals, right? I had these goals, right? I wanted to get my own place. I wanted to live in sober living for a year because that was what was suggested to me. I wanted to make a year sober. It was my first time ever getting there. I wanted to get a job in the treatment industry. I wanted to, move in with my girlfriend at the time and our kid. And I wanted to start building our family, blah, 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 blah. I had all these goals. And so by the time I got a year sober, I had achieved them, right? Like I had my own place. I had my son with us. I had my significant other with me. I had got a job at the facility that I went to. I went to it 5 times. I had a job there. And I remember I came home from work one day and I was like really just in like a funk. And I sat down and I asked myself, what now? What now? Yeah. And I had this list of questions that a mentor had given me, and I read them, and like I had realized some areas that I was lacking in on my growth department, and so I reinvested myself, and I've taken steps ever since then to keep moving forward. But I see it happen all the time where people get that year sober or whatever it may be, and then they fall back off because they think that it's supposed to like. They forgot to enjoy the journey. Yeah. They were so focused on just getting there that they forgot to enjoy the journey. And if you don't enjoy the journey, you're not going to continue to do what you want to do. We are people who do we do things that we enjoy to do.
Yep.
Right? One of my favorite sayings when people say, "Oh, there's not enough time." Oh, I don't have enough time for this, or oh, I don't have enough time for that. I say, well, let's change that, right? Instead of saying you don't have enough time for that, why don't you say it's not a priority to you? Because we make time for what's important to us.
It's real.
Right?
That's real.
And so I had to reshift my priorities to my journey as my priority.
Yeah.
Like I want to experience it. And I'm not perfect, dude. Not perfect at all. I fall short very often and very hard sometimes. Yeah. But I rely on the appreciation of the journeys and the goals that I've achieved and to motivate me to continue.
I have been loving this journey. And like we said, man, God say the same. April 13th, I'll be 6 years on this journey. And to be honest with you, bro, I have been blessed and very fortunate and very favored by God on my journey because since day one of this journey, since April 13th of 2019, God has put people in my path to show me a blueprint. Some of those people are already in my life, like my sisters and my parents, my cousins, the one, we did the song with Ailey. And then, I met you, and then, my sponsor, and then now it's, O and Mike and Suspect and them, and it's like everybody have or is doing something that I want, and it's constantly, I'm constantly striving like for that thing. And not saying it's gonna always be like that, but I'm just saying like I have been very fortunate these past 5 years, bro. Very fortunate. It's like it's right there in my face. So speaking of childhood stuff, I got a question for you. What is something that happened to you as a child or you learned as a child that has been a lifelong lesson that you still carry today? Hey, come on, man. I'm working on my job as one. I got to practice for these interviews once we start having somebody else.
Yeah. So, did I can have recognized it later on in life?
Yeah, yeah. And then you can be like, yeah, like that's where it stemmed from.
So, I was gonna get real like sappy. Love.
Okay.
Love. Right? Like wanting to be loved by people. It's in our nature, right? We want to feel support. We want to feel unconditional love. We want to feel cared for. And so many people confuse that and think that love is doing, right? Like if somebody does something for me, they love me.
Right.
If I do something for someone, they love me. Or I love them.
You're right. I know what you meant.
And so, like, through this journey, I recognized in a workshop that I did that, like, love isn't doing, it's just someone being, right? And so I was doing this workshop, and it involved role play, right?
Role play. Hey.
Therapeutic role play.
All right, my bad.
And so my grandfather, my dad's dad, when I was a kid, we used to go to my granddad and my grandmother on my dad's side. We used to go to their house like damn near every Sunday for Sunday dinner, right? They cook and like it was everybody, man. It was everybody, like uncles, aunts, cousins, all like just we used to always go. And so my grandfather died when I was 3 or 4 years old, and my first memory, my first memory as a human being is my grandfather.
Right.
And so I remember we would go to their house on the Sunday, and everybody would be hanging out, right? The kids would be playing in the yard. Men would be outside smoking cigarettes and just shooting the shit. Go inside. Granny, my grandmother, and her my aunts are cooking, and like right when you walked in the door, there was a chair. My grandfather would always be sitting there. Every time I'd walk through that door, he'd say, "There's my little red." And I would run up to him, and I'd sit in his lap, and we would just chill. And at that moment, right, like reflecting back through that workshop, what I realized is at that moment, that was love. I didn't have to do anything for him to be there for me. And time just didn't exist at that moment. We just bonded, and he would just talk, and I was just his little red, and I would just sit on his lap, and we would just chill. You know what I mean? And there's more moments like that as I go through my life with grandparents and different things that I can look back at now. But that being my first memory, it's always been powerful to me. Is that was, and as I got older and went through that workshop, that's what I learned love to be. You know, um, in my position, um, at the other facility that I was at, I always had a lot of people that were like, "Hey, Mike, if you ever need anything, let me know. Hey, Mike, if you ever need anything, let me know." Right? They they always needed they were always there for me as long as they needed me. And when I was, in my opinion, unjustly let go from there
Yeah.
after
It's not
pouring,
an opinion, it's a fact. But go
yeah,
ahead.
after pouring so much into it, a lot of those people no longer needed me, or I can no longer give anything to them. And so my phone or my text messages or us hanging out no longer happened.
Yeah.
Now there was a few people there that continued to reach out, and I still have bonds with those people to this day, right? Um, you, some of the people that I work with at Elevate now,
One we had on the pod
yeah, one of your colleagues that works with you. I play golf with him.
Friday.
Um,
Last Friday.
he's like he's a we actually had a good conversation after, and I was like, man, we need to hang out more. Like, he's one of those dudes, like, we don't always, like, life has kind of taken us
Right.
both places, and like we don't talk all the time, but when we do link up, it's like we never skipped a beat.
That's real friendship.
We never
Real
skipped a
friend.
beat.
Yeah.
And those are the people that, like, me just being me
Mm-hmm.
has created love, right? Like, I don't need anything from them. If they call, I'm there, and they don't need anything from me. And if I call, they're there,
Yep.
right? And that lesson was taught to me through reenacting later on in life. But to bring it back, it was that moment, and that's the feeling that I search for now when I look for genuine connection with people.
Yeah.
Is that are we not up? I believe, and this is going to sound counterproductive, but let me explain. I believe that all relationships are transactional.
I do too.
They're all transactional,
Yeah.
right?
I
Just because they're transactional, there are net positive transactions, there are net negative transactions, and then there are
non-refundables.
Equal exchanges,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I look for the net positive transactions, and it's not just net positive to me.
Right.
Like, I truly believe, and if and I know most of my inner circle, if you ask them, they would say that their life is more positive because of our friendship.
Yeah.
And I will say the same thing. My life is
Sure.
in a better place, and my mental state is in a better place because of our friendship. And then I have relationships that are friendships, but my life's not necessarily in a better place. My life's not necessarily in a worse place for knowing you, right? Vice versa. And then there's relationships that I have where, and some of my old relationships and probably some of even my new relationships, their life is it's a net negative for knowing me.
Right.
And vice versa. Mine's a net negative for knowing them. And that doesn't mean that they're a bad person. It doesn't mean that I'm a bad person. It just means that was the purpose of our relationship.
Yeah.
Right? God, I don't believe anything in God's world happens by mistake. Right? There is a greater force than me orchestrating my life, and I believe that wholeheartedly, and I don't care who agrees with it. Right? I am living proof that miracles happen.
Mm-hmm.
So are you.
Yeah.
I don't need science to make my point. I don't need to be a historian of fact to trace back all of this and blah 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 blah. My belief is funded in the fact that I should not be here anymore.
And as long as you keep that mentality, the gratitude and the humbleness will always be there. Because I wholeheartedly know for a fact, like you just said, I shouldn't be here.
Oh yeah.
So real quick before you take us out, what I learned, it's beautiful. It's quite traumatic, actually. Not everything is what it seems, right? And I learned that as a kid. 6, 7 years old. I don't think I ever told you the story either. It's a hot summer day. South Louisiana. If you from here, you know how hot and humid our summers can get. And so before I was a inside gamer kid that hated the outside, I was outside. Like the youngsters say, we outside. I'm riding bikes.
Told mama we don't need cable.
Thugging outside. We don't need cable. And I'm the motor call to hear me. Squirrel moment. Hot. We've been playing outside all day. I'm sweaty. I'm exhausted. I'm fatigued. But more importantly, I'm parched. I'm at my cousin's house. We go inside. I see a good Coca-Cola can on the table. As a kid, I'm thirsty. That's Coke. It's a liquid. I'm drinking it. I am drinking it. I'm talking about I'm drinking it. I don't know. There's nothing different because that's how parched I am. I am drinking this cold drink to no ends. Slurping it, one would say. My auntie come around the corner. She gets sick. She starts throwing up. Come to find out, it's my uncle's spit can.
I knew it.
He's
I knew it.
chewing tobacco.
I knew it. I knew it.
And so at that moment, after I threw up, because now the tobacco that hit my system, I'm throwing up. And I realized, now as an adult that I learned in that moment as a kid, nothing is what it seems. And I also don't drink Coke till this day because of it. Every time I see a Coke can, I think it's full of spit. Yep, I drank my uncle's spit.
Downed it too, bro.
Yep.
Oh, I knew it, dude.
So mine was traumatic.
I knew it, bro.
Yep,
I knew
that's
it.
what it seemed, y'all. So remember that. Check your Coca-Cola cans before you drink them, and nothing is never what it seems.
Seems too good to be true.
It probably is spit.
So before we go out, I'll tell you a funny story about dip and chewing tobacco.
Let's go. I love a good dip story.
So when I wrestled in high school, I had to make weight for tournaments and stuff. And so like I was the prototypical crash diet to make weight, right?
Yep.
I spend all week making weight, make weight for the tournament. Tournament's Friday, Saturday, wrestle in the tournament. Saturday after the tournament, go out to dinner, eat like a jackass. My place was Bennigan's. I used to love to go I used to love to go to Bennigan's after a tournament, eat, and then I'd get the Big Ben's, which was a huge chalice of ice cream with little brownie bites all in it, right?
That's the one Cortana?
Yeah.
Turn it to a TGL
Yeah,
Friday?
yeah. So I used to go there, blah, 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 blah. So I'd gain a bunch of weight back. And so Sunday I'd eat not healthy, but I'd eat, dinner or whatnot, blah, 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 blah. And then Monday it was starting, and I'd only eat a little bit. Tuesday, even less. By Wednesday, I'm just drinking water. And by Thursday, I'm walking around with a spit cup and chewing this gum that makes you spit. It was called Quench gum.
Yeah, I remember Quench.
And to spit, so I try to lose weight. I'm turning my bathroom at my parents' house into a sauna, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, comes one Thursday, and I'm just dog tired, and I do not feel like doing the necessary things to make weight. So my buddy, or I'd always heard, if you swallow dip, it'll make you throw up. So I'm like, man, I'm going to just swallow some dip, and I'm going to throw up, and I'll make weight. Well, I didn't realize that they were talking about swallowing the dip spit. So I took a pinch of dip and just swallowed the whole thing.
Burnt your stomach, burnt you up.
Bro, when I tell you 5 minutes after swallowing it, I got this knot in my gut that brought me to my knees in tears, bro.
Yep.
I still, it was around the corner from the house I grew up in. I did it. I didn't want to do it at home and shit. Oh my
Try drinking
God.
over half a can of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you want to know the fucked up part is? I didn't even throw up.
I
didn't even-
was in there.
I didn't even throw up.
You got tobacco poisoning.
I mean, it put a knot in my stomach, and I still had to, after I finally could move, put on my sweats, go into the bathroom, turn it into a sauna, and do jumping jacks and push-ups until I could make weight.
Did you throw up?
No.
You
No.
never threw up.
No.
You don't always die from tobacco. I like that commercial.
Yeah. So,
Check your Coke cans.
check your Coke
And
cans.
don't swallow dip to make weight. All you young athletes out there.
Yeah. And remember, just be, don't do.
And also remember, some people don't change, but time do.
Fuck you, time change.
Good Lord.
It's your boys,
What's your name?
Michael Oakley.
Brother, But I'm on these TikTok days. I'm sorry. Brother, what is that?
No, you gotta do that. You gotta do that. You gotta do that. What's your name?
Ronnie Leduff.
Street name. You ever seen?
I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen those TikToks?
No, man. I don't even have a street name. I used to be on the streets. I was the street.
No, it's like they're not even like real street names. It's so bad. It's like a basketball team or a football team or something.
I haven't seen
And
that.
they're like, they'll go up to them like, "What's your name?" And they'll be like, "So, what's your street name?" Hit him with that slick 44.
You got to send that to me.
All right.
Man. Hey, but look, my people, all seriousness, we love y'all. We love getting vulnerable with y'all every week. Like, we coming. We're going to be in your living room, in your car, wherever you listen to us at, wherever you play us at. Real people with real issues. As always, if you're struggling with drug, alcohol addiction, even struggling with some mental health, need some stabilization, or some help, or just somebody to talk to, you can always reach us on the Built by the Red Stick Facebook page, or you can DM us on our Facebook page, Michael Axelrod Oakley, Ronnie Leduff. We here for y'all. You know, that was the whole purpose of this platform, was to have a safe, intimate space where we can get vulnerable for people just like us. But unfortunately, our time has come to where we have to let you go be great. So as always, we'll be back at the same time, at the same place, with the same producer. Built by the Red Stick, baby. Built by adversity.
Can't tell
built
me
by
nothing.
courage.
Happy birthday, Sarai.
Happy birthday, Sarai.